I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blown me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence. So consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be spitting this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's fucking Wednesday night. Do not adjust your channel. Ray is in the building with the NuKKle HeDD Sports. We got Ray, we got Hutch, we got new rules. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? Shout out to Normal Guy with the first comment of the night.
Word.
I was gonna say, I think I'm on the wrong stream. Yeah? What am I doing on a Wednesday show?
Word. Yo, I want to start off with something that pertains to sports, but it also leads to wrestling. Becky Lynch mentioning Ronda Rousey saying that she can't wrestle, and I felt that. I've been saying that forever. But can we stop?
Well, you saw my reply.
Yeah. No, for real. It's like, we get this shit straight. By no means does Ronda have any say there. Like, I hear her go, oh, they made me wrestle with concussions. You wrestled for like 8 months. That's less than the time people take to learn how to do this shit professionally. Come on.
Look, I'm gonna call BS. Oh, they made me wrestle with concussions. Well, we were made to watch your fucking fights in MMA, so I think it's even.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing is, it's like, okay, cool, you rest. And again, this is not something that should be, but this is a part of that. Let's break the fourth wall a little bit. A lot of people, unfortunately, have to deal with concussions in wrestling.
Yeah.
Bumps. This is the part that they don't tell you about. Hey, if you got dropped on your head, you might get a fucking.
This ain't ballet.
Well, you know, there's a reason why, and I tell people straight out. I say wrestlers more often than not are not abusing what you call recreational drugs. They're abusing painkillers because they're always in pain.
Yeah,
I haven't bumped in over 2 years. My neck still hurts.
Because it's a fucking car crash you're getting into. It's like JR said, how do you learn how to fall off a ladder? It's one of those things you try and pray.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a dangerous sport, because boxing, you get knocked down, somebody pushes the dude back, you got 10 seconds to stand up. MMA, you get knocked out, they stop the fight. Here, you keep going. You got 10 more minutes.
Well, you remember that remember that fight between Goldberg and DDP, where
Yeah,
Goldberg pretty much knocked himself out because he didn't do his spear correctly.
yeah, yeah. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? There was no count out or anything. Now there are instances where another wrestler notices that the other wrestler is hurt and they go for the cover to end the match real quick. That does happen, but
Yep. And unfortunately, that's like few and far between. Like I remember, I want to say it was Jericho that did that for Pac. He noticed, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, his ankle's done. We're ending the match.
Yeah,
Like, no, there's
right.
no way to go through this without that. And the ref is not noticing that he's trying to give him the Iggy, and it's like, yo, we're ending this match. DQ me if you have to. We're
yeah.
ending this match.
I mean, you are a father now.
Basically.
Shit.
Yo, what up, Joseph?
What up,
Yo.
Joseph? All right, let's see if Joseph ruins this game for me too. It's 94-73. The Knicks are winning.
Oh, shit. Who they playing today?
The
The Raptors.
Yeah, according to ESPN, they got a 99.3% chance of winning this game.
Oh, so they're gonna lose.
I hate shit like that. That's like when fucking announcers talking about, oh, the guy's made 99 free throws in a row. The next one will give him the record. Bonk. It's the it's the top of the sixth. The pitcher has a no hitter going on or a perfect game, but we can't mention that. Then why are you mentioning it?
Yeah.
Shut the
that,
fuck up.
that is the
Word.
biggest jinx. If you mention it, that's it. It's not happening. You
Yo.
fuck.
What can you say? Hey, people, there's something special going on. That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yo, bro, I love when they give a stat and they're like, "Oh, hey, Masvidal has never been knocked out," and then boop, he
Knocked
was
out.
gone by someone who doesn't even fucking box. It's like, wait a minute, how did Kumar Usman knock you the fuck out?
Like, yo, you just got knocked the fuck out.
Word, like, wait a minute,
Bro, I listen. I'm a big sports guy. I've been doing sports all my life. I tell people, I say, yo, jinxes and fucking superstitions are big in sports.
Mhm.
Anybody who says no is never played sports in their goddamn life.
Yeah,
I've been in locker rooms where guys haven't washed their fucking socks like for 10 games because we've won 10 games in a row and shit like that. Like I've seen it. I've seen a certain guy put on his uniform a certain way because he did it 3 games ago and he went 3 for 3 in that game. Like fucking them things is real, bro.
yeah,
Nah, you
You
gotta
know,
make it work. You gotta legit
you
make
know,
it
and the
work.
moment you tell somebody, well, he's going for the record in this game.
Stay on your record. Yeah.
What the fuck?
You
yeah,
can't
yo,
bring
dude.
that shit up. That's the one thing. Like, yo,
And
even on wrestling commentary, I'm like, nah, I'm not revealing magic. Like, no, that's
Oh
it.
Yeah.
man.
Just let it happen.
You don't say the childhood the childhood dream has come true until he's won the match.
You don't want to say the line. Like, yo, let it
Yeah,
happen. Unless you're
shit.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, that shit would be funny because he used to spoil so much shit, but people never caught on.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite shit
Oh,
with Bobby was after Hogan turned and he was like, see, I've been telling y'all for years not to trust this man. For years, I told you guys not to trust
yeah.
this.
Yo,
Eat your vitamins and sing your prayers. I
yeah.
told you not to trust them.
Yo, when
Yo,
when Hogan was walking down the ramp,
He said it. Oh,
Tony
this is the
Schiavone was
third.
like, "He's coming to save him. Is he the third man? Shut
yeah,
up!"
yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
no one would
yeah.
have
When he
thought.
said,
Oh yeah, Hogan's
it's
gonna
funny because you see it now and you're like, oh shit, he was telling us. But when you were young and you're a Hogan fan, you don't even see that coming. But you got
no.
Word.
Bobby going Bobby's so smart or was so smart, may he rest in peace, that he would be like, yo, I can say this because they're not gonna pick up on it. But again,
Yeah,
at that time, there really wasn't big, it wasn't really big on internet to spoil shit. Like, I get it. I love the internet and shit like that. But yo, everything is getting spoiled left and right. Like,
yeah,
yo, my man, like some of the stuff to keep the illusion of it, some of the stuff has to stay behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Word.
Half of it, legit, everything before the workers don't know what's happening, and it's like, oh, it's already on the internet. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, shit, man.
Like
And
this
that goes
whole
with everything.
WrestleMania script being leaked and all that shit, and I'm like, man, I don't look. Come on now, guys, please stop it.
Oh
No,
man.
leave some mystery. I pretty much know who's going to win or who's not going to win. All right, but I still want to be surprised in case some shit does happen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's
That's
why.
why when shit like
That's
that happens, I don't even.
when new movies come out, I only see one trailer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it's a movie that I want to watch, I'm only watching one trailer. After that, I'm like, "Yo, don't show me shit. I'll avoid the next three trailers like the fucking plague.
Yeah.
nah. You got to, man. You got to, because if not,
You know,
you're
You,
but we
basically seeing the whole
you,
movie.
yo, I used to do that until I started watching the movies. Like, this shit ain't shit. Like, there ain't no reason for me to. I could have watched all the trailers and I'd have still been like, man, this is mediocre shit. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll watch the trailers.
I feel but the movies that I want to watch, I'm not watching. I'm not watching trailers for movies I
Nah,
don't really give a shit about. I'm like, all right, I can watch it. I'm good. Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Fast and Furious, I can watch all the trailers because 95% of the movie is bullshit anyway.
Well,
yeah,
and also the trailer is just gonna be the same shit. Vin Diesel somehow telling him, "Yo, we're gonna do this for family."
No, stop it, Ray. The trailers are usually Vin Diesel talking about family.
And then we get 10 scenes of just car flips and all that shit. It's like, yo, again, how? But
and then
I'm still gonna watch it. But
that
damn.
one scene of Ludacris and Tyrese getting at each other.
Yeah, that's about it. But let's talk about some of these sports.
Yeah,
Uh, what do you think about? I know there's some rule changes, but I'm not even want to get into that right now.
all right.
Clowney signing with the Panthers. I mean, he's towards the end of his career. Don't you think he would have been signing with a team that gives him a chance to win a ring? To me, him signing with the Panthers just shows me he's always been all about the money. Like, I think you've made enough money nowadays in look, like nowadays in NFL, you make a lot more money than you did back in the days. But that's true of all sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like he
Yeah.
he signed some big contracts. Like, dude, you're towards the tail end of your career. I can understand you wanting. I'd rather go for a ring. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Now, mind you, if they've been smart and they've invested their money, they should have some money for retirement. If they haven't been smart, I can see why they would sign with like the Panthers because the Panthers got a lot of money.
yeah,
And unfortunately, I think it's the latter. A lot of times when it comes to that, like they're not investing properly, unless, again, we know a few that do. And as much as we can talk shit about them and shit like that, there's a lot of athletes that are not liked, but they kept their money because they invested in a bunch of shit.
but not for nothing though, Hutch. Maybe the Panthers was the only team that was willing to actually like spend money on them, because a lot of the teams that
But
are
I,
like Super
but
Bowl ready have good defenses.
No,
right, but I'm pretty sure they can give them the league. My man, the veteran league minimum is still like 3 mil.
No,
I
I
mean,
hear you.
to me, that's a lot of money. I don't see 3 mil in a year. You know what I'm saying?
no,
So to
I,
me, that's
I'll
just
take the
that's
one.
By the way, you're telling me that $3 million for 16 weekends is a lot of money to you, Hutch? Let's be realistic here.
Oh, here we go again. Poe was trying to convince me the other day, nah, I need to be getting paid $1 million an hour. I was like,
Word.
bro, in what world? I just want to
In
see a
the real
million.
world, we work too hard for this.
no.
No,
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, we work hard. I mean, they work hard because they I'll give them all their props. But that's what I'm saying. If he's signing with the Panthers for the league minimum for the next, which is you know one year $3 million, I'm pretty sure a Super Bowl caliber team would want somebody like Clowney on their team. He like at this point he's not even a starter. He's more rotational kind of player.
Yeah.
I mean, you telling me he wouldn't be good up in like Buffalo? Oh wow, he signed a 2-year, $20 million deal. Yeah, forget it. And no other team. I don't think no other team was gonna give him that deal. Yo,
That's
No.
what I'm
normal guy.
saying.
What was the guarantee on that?
Um. All right. So, 2 year, $20 million contract with a max value of $24 million. Let's see. It doesn't. Let's see.
There's got to be the guarantee. Got to be money there because that's the true value of a contract is the guarantee money.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. They're hoping for the guarantee because no matter what, even if they play a day, I said, you're giving me some change. You giving me some
Look,
change.
I got tell people straight out because they'll be like, oh no, this is and that. I'm like, guys, you gotta understand when a player in the NFL gets hurt, they're paying that medical bill out their pocket.
Yeah,
It's not like us, so we get insurance. NFL players don't have insurance.
yeah. Just for the record.
Because insurance was never made to pay off any kind of medical bills. That's
Well,
why
no,
they
no,
don't
no,
cover
no,
them.
no medical company will insure them because they play a contact sport.
Yeah, it's legit.
No,
They know that their coverage is like, nah, this is a risk. Like you're
so,
gonna fucking
that's what I'm saying because they're not actually trying to fucking pay any medical bills.
nah.
No,
They're just trying to
there
fucking
are some teams. There are some teams that are good. You know what I'm saying? That they'll go halves with the player, especially the guy just signed like a 4 year, and in the first year he got a bad injury. Like there's some teams that will do some shit like that, but more often than not, athletes are paying their own medical bills,
Yeah.
and the shit is not fucking cheap. All right, if anybody here want to go, just look up how much the anesthesia is. That is money.
yeah. I think it's like $7,000 when they did it to me.
Bro. Like it's a pretty fucking penny, man. Like
Right.
shit. And again, it
But
depends on the camp too, because I think for certain camps, like they try to make sure like, hey, their guys are covered at least like their main guys, like a QB for certain teams is like, yeah, we got you, we got you.
well,
Something
what
goes
they'll
down.
do is that they'll have their like
Their
the
trainers.
medical the medical the whatever runs the medical department like perform the surgery kind of shit.
Yeah.
You
So
know
that way
that
it
way.
comes out of just them.
Yeah, yeah. That way it's not that much money. But all
I
right. So we
can't
got
find. I can't find his guarantee.
that's weird. But
Yeah.
he signs with them Panthers. Now I know Joseph and and normal guy saying that the Panthers have gotten some help to for my man Young over there, but who's he throwing to?
Ooh.
I get it. Javon Clowney just signed a 2-year deal, $20 million, but for a team that's really not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. They're probably the only team that was going to give him that kind of money. Um, let's get to these rule changes because I don't have any problem with the kickoff rule, but the tackling rule, like, really, motherfuckers, really?
All right. So the kickoff rule. I know. I heard a little bit about it. So there's two zones, and they don't start running until the person caught the ball.
Right. So it means that you know they're basically giving the the returner, you know, more of opportunity to return the ball, but
Yeah.
it's also the fact that the collisions when they don't are not as impactful.
Yeah.
But if you notice the last couple of years,
Everything's been fair catch.
well, it's not even fair cut. Most kickers just kick it out of the end zone.
That's true. Yeah. So, all
Now
right.
you got to remember a couple of years ago they moved the kickoff spot up like 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? So like when I was really really getting into football, whatever, it was back like 5 or 10 yards. That's why kickoffs rarely went into the end zone, and a lot of them were returned. Nowadays they got the kickoff kicking the kicker kicking closer to the opponent's goal line. So of course most of those things are going flying off the the thing
Yeah.
which is
Hell yeah.
which is why this rule I don't care because I don't think it's really going to be implemented at all because most kickers kick it out of the end zone. So you
Yeah.
know, but the no the it's gonna get fined for dropping your hip during the tackle. I mean that's like almost tackling 101. Like
Yo, bro.
what the fuck do you? All right, what's next? I fucking
You
if
can't
I
grab.
push him, if I two hand touch him, can I two hand touch him? Like
No, you
what's
can't.
next?
You have to tackle him without your arms. In 2026, you're gonna have to negotiate with the running back to get on the ground.
You can't pull their jersey. You can't do a hip drop tackle. I mean, I agree with the horse collar tackle. I agree with that. But that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, can you know stick him, pick him up, and drop him? Is that legal now?
I was gonna say at this point, I think
That's
I
the only
just
way you're going to be able to
you.
tackle him. You're going to have to spear him. You're going to have to spear somebody to tackle them.
Oh, God.
You're going to literally have to fucking Rhino gore him or fucking Bill Goldberg spear him. You know,
But
or,
remember,
or my
you
man
have,
Von Breaker fucking spear him to fucking tackle him.
but you got to do it when he's looking at you after 5 seconds of planting his feet, and he goes, "Okay, I'm ready."
You know,
If he
Joseph brings
doesn't
up
do all that, you can't touch him. He
like
has to consent.
Joseph brings up a good point. Like JJ Watt said, yo, for that might as well just take the pads off and put fucking flags on them.
Word. You have the consent to being tackled. Oh, so we're gonna have to go into HR.
Yo, at this point, start hitting drop kicks.
Yo,
Look at
the
that.
water boy is motherfucker.
Just drop kick a motherfucker. Start-
Hit him with the chair. Yo, but
I
you
mean,
know,
they look. You can't trip them, so you can't like stick out your feet. You can't have because of a couple of guys back in the '60s and '70s. You know, you can't fucking stick out your arm and fucking clothesline them.
yeah, I mean, you because how is this? How are they gonna catch you if you get past them? Because I'm pretty sure if you put your arm over their shoulder, there's like, over the back foul on some like it'd be some basketball shit.
Yo,
Like,
bro, like what the fuck?
yeah,
Like
I,
that is some of the stupid, and the fact that the majority of owners approved it. Oh, you know, we player safety. Yo, my man. Again, I'm not even trying to be a dick. If you play a contact sport like football, you
yeah.
know the deal.
Yo, Brady said it. I think it was like last year, 2 years ago, where he's like, "I didn't throw the ball down the middle because I didn't want Ray Lewis to knock one of my guys out." But
Right.
practice, they used to teach you how to get hit. They used to teach, like, yo, this dude's coming for you. They used to teach you how to brace yourself so you didn't get hurt.
Like, look, I agree with leading with your helmet
Yeah,
or hitting a defensive receiver. Like, I agree with that shit. You're talking about like now I can't wrap my arms around some guy's waist, pause, and drop my hips. That's illegal now.
yeah.
How am I supposed to stop him from running? Plant my feet and then I get injured because I hyperextended a fucking my knee or dislocated my hip bone because I stopped and I planted my feet. Come on now.
Because you know what you got to do? You got to put your hand on the square of his back while you're running. Run faster, jump over him, and belly to belly suplex him.
Yo, at that point, at this point, that's what it sounds like you got to do.
And I think
You
at this
start
point,
breaking
what you
out the
got to
move.
do is fucking. I think at this point, you got to whisper sweet nothing in his ears.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Nah,
how
man,
you gonna-
you gotta consent to that. Gotta consent to that. Can't do that. I see it.
Yo.
Flag on the play.
There's gonna be a bunch of people going to CVS
Ray,
the next morning to let me get a plan B.
Ray, what would be the penalty? I want to hear this.
Nah, man, wait. How much did he say? Told me this, ref. All right, cool. 25-yard penalty.
Homo on the field, 25 yards down.
I
Homo
mean,
tendencies on the offense.
During the Super Bowl, that's it. Ball change.
Shit, word. There gonna be so many fucking flags after Beyonce fucking performs at the Super Bowl.
no, but for real, man. I mean, like, okay, and this goes back to my point last week when I was talking to Krills and how there's in basketball there's been too many rule changes.
Yeah,
You know, like look, yeah, our football players nowadays are bigger, stronger, and faster than the guys that played in the 60s and 70s and even the 80s, but they're not tougher.
because they
They're
don't have.
definitely
Yeah,
they're not tougher.
yeah,
I think that's the thing. I think now, because I was listening to the combo last week, and I get what Curls was trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, now they're lasting longer. That's because we're changing the rules for a lot of them. Yes, a lot of them are quicker, this pace, that pace. They're keeping their bodies healthier, but also the game is being changed so much that it's like I don't think they would have last back in the day.
yo, and
Bro,
and
one of these guys back in the day, that's it, they're done.
and how many of these people are playing fucking 40 minutes or 45 minutes, 82 games nonstop?
Right.
Takes
That's
a
the
toll
other
on your
thing.
body.
Right. Like that's the other thing. Like I was trying to tell Krills, it was like, yo, Jordan back in the days didn't take no days off,
Nope.
and he played an average like 35 to 40 minutes for 82 games.
Yeah,
You know, and I'll give them that. The players nowadays take better care of their bodies, 100%.
well,
I was,
not Anthony Davis.
There's always an exception to the rule. There's always an
I
exception.
mean, look, like let's cut the crap. In the 90s, after a basketball game, Jordan, Barkley, Ewing, these motherfuckers, they weren't hitting the gym afterwards. They were going out. You know, a little white pony here and there. Let's cut the crap.
No,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and they were smoking cigars and shit like that. Like, yo, they were not, you know, like going, like they were not like, oh, I gotta hire a chef and this is and that. You know what I'm saying?
Because they were trying to fuck the chef.
Well, I don't know about that.
Listen, man, you watched any of these documentaries? And Walt Chamberlain, I fucked over 20,000 women.
Well, let's cut the crap. There's a lot of groupies.
Nah, you're for real. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, in all sports, there's a lot of groupies. Basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, and especially in wrestling. Woo, child. I done heard some stories.
See,
Word. Why you think Ray got so many kids?
I know. I never said I partake in the groupies. I'm just saying I've seen some things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's cut the
No,
crap. We got some women wrestlers that were fucking groupies at one point.
Word. Shit.
But
If Sable would have came up to me back in the day, shit.
I was more of a Sunday guy. I'm sorry.
No. So was I. But I mean, either way, it's illegal. But I was a little bit older when Sonny was. I mean, when Sable was coming around.
Seeing
Be
how
honest with you, Trish Stratus was my girl though.
facts.
No, I was already a teenager come Sunny. So yeah, Sunny's definitely. I mean, not for nothing. And Tommy, I'm sorry, but woo, beautiful McKillicuddy. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, not for nothing though. You miss Elizabeth.
Nah, never. To me, Mr. Lift. I mean, afterwards, when she got into the NWO kind of shit, I was like, oh, she's a sucia. But
Dude,
early Miss Elizabeth, I'm like, yo, she looks too damn pure.
There was. I felt the same way.
Now, sensational Sherry.
Yo, bro, SummerSlam, Hogan and Macho Man versus
The
I
Mega
forgot who
Powers?
was wrestling, but it was
They were the Big Boss Man and Hakeem.
no. This is was it that I think it was $1 Million Man they were wrestling.
Were they?
It was Jesse the Body Ventura was the guest referee, and Miss Elizabeth went on the apron and took off her skirt to distract the fucking Jesse the Body Ventura and the $1 Million Man or somebody, and you just see the red bathing suit because she didn't have panties on it. It was like a singlet.
Yeah.
You know, you see when I was a kid, I saw that. I was like, ooh, wait a minute, hold up, that's some booty there.
Yeah, to me, Mr. Lifford, I mean, like I said, afterwards, and I found out that she, her
Yeah.
and Luger and all them drugs and everything. But to me, in the early, like she was a little bit too pure. Like I'm like, nah. I mean, yeah. But
Yeah.
but not for nothing. Sure, they got some looking nowadays. Ooh, child.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Yo, all right. So,
What's that girl? It's Tiffy time.
yeah,
It's
Tiffany
Tiffy
Stratton.
time. It's Tiffy time.
Yo, dude. All right, so getting back to football. I'm on a website where they're talking about the rule, and they said
Yeah,
that the NFL executive Jeff Miller said that the hip drop tackle was used 230 times last season and resulted in 15 players missing time with injury. He says it doesn't get used very often, but when it is used, it's incredibly injurious to the runner. I had never heard injurious before, but
Okay. I've never heard of that. I was like,
yeah.
injuries.
Yeah. He goes, the runner is purely defenseless, and I have heard defenders say it before, and I heard them say, hey, you're putting me in a really tough spot. You're saying I can't hit here. What do I do? And then my response has always been, well, then you can't do that. And that is just because the guy you're hitting is defenseless and has no way to protect himself. To be honest with you, then they should add the caveat: if someone gets close enough to do that, the play's dead. You're considered a tackled opponent. If you're really concerned about safety and being fair, because how many people all they gotta do is get past you, and now it's a touchdown.
That is some of the biggest bullshit. 'Cause let me tell you something. All the reports and all the NFL players talking about this, present and old, are saying exactly the opposite of what this asshole just finished saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, like it was used 242 times, and out of the 242 times, 15 times it resulted in the player missing time. Well, you fucking schmuck, it's called fucking football.
No one gave a shit.
If you don't want them getting hurt, like JJ Watt said, just fucking put fucking flags on them then.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
If at this point you don't know that as a professional NFL player, there is a high likelihood of you being injured on any fucking play.
Yeah.
So the guy in the Super Bowl who popped his ACL running back onto the field, what are we going to do? Outlaw running back onto the field?
Yeah, you're no longer allowed to jump.
Like, come on now.
Yeah, but the crazy shit is like they want to talk about the game being dangerous. Even the people who hold the first down markers get hurt.
Right.
They're not even in the game.
They get run into. Cameramen have gotten hurt because they get ran into. Cheerleaders have gotten hurt because guys run into them or slide. I seen a couple of players get tackled, slide, and fucking and trip cheerleaders. I mean, hey, that's not a bad thing in my book.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on now. It's just, there's a lot of stuff about Pat McAfee that I don't agree, but most of the time he's speaking the truth, and he's right. Might as well sign a waiver that come on now.
Yeah.
Again, this is what I'm talking about. Going back to that the sports nowadays are too soft.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how more athletic or whatever in better shape you are, the sports themselves have gotten too soft.
Yeah. Speaking of soft, see, he's muted.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he's talking to us, but he's muted. He just mouth lipped the words, "I'm back," because I guess he was on vacation for the past 2 weeks.
He's still on mute. All right, let's keep this rolling.
Yeah.
We tried to get him in here. But.
All right, so I had the. All right, so the kickoff rule. I have the actual rule. It's a pretty big thing, but it's broken down. So the kick is being kicked from the 35-yard line. That's the same rule before. But the alignment, all the kicking team players and then the kicker will be lined up with 1 foot on the receiving team's 40-yard line. The kicker cannot cross the 50-yard line until the ball touches the ground or player in landing zone or the end zone. The 10 kicking team players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or player in the landing zone or the end zone. The receiving team will line up as follows: setup zone, a 5-yard a 5-yard area from the 35-yard line to the 30-yard line, where at least 9 receiving team players must line up. At least 7 players with foot on 35-yard line, restraining line, with alignment requirements, outside numbers to what the fuck? Okay. Players not on the restraining line must be lined up in setup zone outside the hash marks. Is anybody following this?
Yes.
Okay, all right, because I'm getting a little confused reading this. What's going on, Nikki? All right, all players in the setup zone cannot move until the kick has hit the ground or a player in the landing zone or the end zone. A maximum of 2 returners may line up in the landing zone and can move at any time prior to or during the kick. The landing zone. The landing zone is the area between the receiving team's goal line and its 20-yard line. Any kick that hits short of the landing zone treated like kickoff, out of bounds, and ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Play will be blown dead as soon as kicker lands short of the landing zone. Any kick that hits the landing zone must be returned. Oh, so you can't call a safety no more or
Can't call a fair catch, yeah.
Any kick that hits the landing zone and then goes into the end zone must be returned or down by receiving team. If down, then touch back to 20-yard line. Kick hits the end zone, stays in bounds, returned or down. If downed, then touch back the 30-yard line. Any kick that goes out of the back of the end zone in the air or bounces, touch back to the 30-yard line. Holy shit. He goes, this kickoff sounds familiar. Ray's right there. He's hiding though.
I'm here.
Yeah. So, miscellaneous. No fair catch or signal is allowed. Officials will blow the play dead. If conditions cause ball to fail off tee twice, the kicker will be allowed to use kicking sticks to keep the ball in place. The closest covering official will pick up the stick immediately after the kick.
Bro, just stop. Just hello. Just stop.
Penalties. You want to see the penalties?
Don't really give a shit about the penalties.
Penalties on scoring plays will not carry over.
Yeah, basically what they're doing is like, you know how it's real simple. The way you explain it like this is, you know how the moment the kicker started to run and to kick the ball, the team, the other group will start running with him. Now they can't run until the guy touches the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you right now. This is for Ray. This is the kickoff. 1, 2, 3, caught it. Wow. I feel like the NFL is going to have a lot of return touchdowns.
It seems like it if you can't fucking touch till they get to a certain degree.
Like, yo, I get it because, yo, if you can't call a fair catch and my man is coming at you full speed, he's killing you. He's knocking your socks
But see,
off.
that's the whole thing. They even on the kickoff, you were able to call for a fair catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just look there again. The NFL keeps finding a way to make them the surrogate name, the No Fun League, a reality. I'm just,
Yo,
it's just,
seriously, I
it's just stupidity to me,
yeah. I remember when the NFL wanted to find the fans for cheering.
bro. You can't celebrate a touchdown before. You couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If the fans were too bad, you couldn't fucking. They would there would be a fine. Like, yo,
If
my man, stop. For lack of a better word, stop being a fucking pussy.
yeah, if your team won and you cheered it, then you were banned from the stadium for about 2-3 years if you was excited that your team won the game.
It's fucking stupidity. Fuck Roger Goodell.
Word.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, even after all that shit, there have been some signings. Yeah, Kador Patterson signed with the Steelers. I mean, not a big signing to me. I really don't have no faith in that guy. Sorry. Um, there's a lot of signings out there that
Yo,
still make you scratch your head. Like the Chiefs trading
yo,
their cornerback to the Titans.
yo, I'm sorry. I was looking up this baseball rule while you was talking.
Baseball.
Yeah, because I wanted to get your shit about the new running line, the blocking shit,
In what?
and because it's a new rule. And I just saw this guy hit a ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher throws the ball to the first baseman. First baseman misses it. The guy goes to second, and after the play is dead, the ump calls him out because he was running in the line.
Was he run? Okay.
I'm gonna.
In baseball, there are quote unquote undefined running lanes, and what they made it illegal to run on the fair side of the. Okay, let me
I,
see this.
yeah. Cool. He called him out.
Bro,
Yeah, he was
I,
inside the
I, I,
line.
I, I've ran like that my whole life playing baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
There was nothing illegal or wrong about that at all.
I saw a play where the guy stole second base from first base, and the catcher threw it to the shortstop. Shortstop tags him, and they say safe because his foot was next to the bag and he was blocking the runner.
That's a play. That's how you play. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yo, show you alright?
Yo,
'Cause my man,
somebody call Shaw on his phone and be like, "Yo, my man, unmute yourself."
I don't think he can.
I can't. I'm fucking falling asleep, bro.
Well, then start talking, motherfucker.
I ain't
But
gonna
Or
lie.
yo,
and smack your face a couple of times and wake up.
I was. That's what he noticed.
okay. So they slowed it down. The runner ran into the first baseman's glove, and that's why the first baseman's glove fell off. I can
So
understand them calling
that's
him out for that.
interference. That's
Yeah,
interference. All right,
I,
that I can understand. But if they were calling him out because he's running inside the line, I'm like, yo, I've ran like that my whole life.
yeah, that yo, I can understand if the shortstop was standing in front of the bag, and the only way to get past him is to knock his ass over, yo, it's safe because you blocked his path. But if my man can slide and still touch the bag with any kind of thing, you're not blocking the bag.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Especially if I throw the ball and you're still halfway down the fucking lane, you out. If the ball
I
gets
don't
hit
get
before
it.
you out.
It's been the thing in baseball that you try to shield the bag with your leg and apply the tag. Now they're
Yeah,
calling that shit illegal. Like, come
yeah.
on now, stop this pussy. I'm sorry, they're pussifying all sports.
Completely at this point. Jesus.
Bonyo, what's next? Really, like, what's next?
They're gonna play with sponge balls and cardboard bats. Show.
Yo, I'm waiting for them to do this to wrestling and be like, no, now you have to wrestle on a trampoline
No,
just to make sure.
they wouldn't do that to wrestling because they have to care about the wrestlers first. They don't have to care about wrestling, boxing, and MMA. They don't give a shit about the monkeys. Dance, just to go out there and dance.
Again, my neck hurts.
Yo, dude, they're gonna make it like, yo, you're gonna have to wrestle on glass now, real glass.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make it worse for us. It's like,
Word.
nah, man. You get worser conditions instead of better conditions.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like, not for nothing, it's gonna be to the point where, like, they're literally gonna fucking put motherfuckers in bubble wrap.
Basically.
You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna have a bunch of bubble boys out there.
Yo.
You know what's crazy? Hutch always talks about back in the day, shit was real. I don't think any of the players back in the day will be able to play now just because of these rules.
Yeah, legit.
No.
They'll get again. It's gonna be calls and flags over everything. Yo,
Bro,
you
like-
breathe the wrong way. That's it.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie Lott was one of the hardest hitting safeties ever in the NFL. He wouldn't be able to play nowadays. Ray Lewis wouldn't be able to play nowadays, and he just he just recently retired not too long ago.
Yeah.
And again, I understand the idea of wanting to protect the players, wanting to make it at least a little safer. But to a degree of you're limiting it so much, it's like, what's the point now?
You know, to be honest with you, they should have the players in these discussions.
They do. They have a players rep.
No, like a real, like a bunch of like good players, not some dude that just sit there and like, oh, I've been playing this game since I was 12. No, put Ray Lewis in there and be like, yo, how can we make this shit safer? And he gonna tell you can't.
Well, usually the players rep is an active player.
I know, I get that, but apparently he's not playing actively with these rules changes because.
Well, I mean, he's only one voice.
I
You know
hate
what
that's
I'm
what I'm saying. They should talk to the actual players and be like, yo, how can we do this? Because that's like me going, you know what? I think we need to make magic safer. So you can't use mirrors because if they break, they're gonna cut you. You can't use real water because if you drown, it's gonna cut you. You know what I'm saying? So now everything gotta be digitally grafted.
That's it.
Not me, but it's just like I tell people straight out. You know how bad it is? Well, Jerry Rice killed it in an era where the wide receiver was mauled at the line of scrimmage, was hit coming across the middle of the field, and
Yeah.
he said he has all the receiving records. Imagine him nowadays.
Yo, he'll be like Jordan scoring 50 points a game.
Like that's what like when I was trying to talk to Krills, like, oh, I'm like, yo, my man, if you put those rules, you know what I'm saying, and you have the players in the 90s in their prime, like a Jordan, a Reggie Miller, you know what I'm
Iverson.
saying, and Iverson, like, man, they were literally legit and then be legit average 50 to 60 points a game.
Yeah.
And I, when he says that, the big men nowadays take threes and you won't be able to guard that or whatever. I'm sorry. I'll put Elijah on nowadays on anybody. I'll put David Robinson on any of these big men nowadays.
There are no big men nowadays.
Yeah, I'll put even Patrick Ewing on one of these so-called big men. Who, my man, that would be like, yo, all right. They don't have to worry about banging in the paint for rebounds. So
Yeah.
guess what? They're gonna last longer. But guess on the offensive side, nobody will be able to stop them. So they're gonna be averaging 30 fucking points a game
Yeah.
too. Because
Yeah.
nobody nowadays has a paint game, or nobody can post anybody up and turn around jump shot or whatever.
Yo,
Come on, like,
you know what's crazy? Back in the day, Jordan put on muscle, Rodman put on muscle, Karl Malone was fucking brolic. Shaq went from being diesel to like fucking huge.
Yeah.
All these guys had muscle. All these guys were solid. Nowadays, they're telling people to lose weight.
Yeah.
Zion is huge, and they're like, yo, if you lose weight, you play better.
well, in that defense, yeah, he needs to lose weight.
Just,
You know what I'm
just un
saying?
poquito. Un poquito.
Nah, yeah.
But he really needs to lose weight because his knees he's always hurt. Now, mind you, ain't nobody ever tell Barkley he needed to lose weight, but Barkley was never hurt like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they made fun of Barkley, too.
No, Barkley's a pudgy motherfucker, but Barkley averaged 20 to 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I don't know. This rule change in the NFL, the NBA, MLB, it's all to make the games more exciting and have the offense score more. So my whole thing, and this is where I would be a dick. If all the rules benefit the offense, then why should I give mad money to offensive play? I'd rather put my money on defensive players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Nah.
you got to have somebody that can at least do something to slow somebody down. So if I can at least have put money to find somebody to slow somebody down, then I'll be okay. Then I'll be ahead of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm
remember, defense isn't sexy anymore.
All right, but again, here's the adage: offense wins games, defense wins championships.
But
And even in this past NFL season, if you look at it, the Chiefs made it to the playoffs because their defense held opponents to about 15 points a game. So
that's
everybody,
not sexy though, Hodge.
hey, I get it. I remember back in the 90s when they said that the old adage, the slogans was "Chick sticks the long ball."
Yeah.
You know, I get it, but they don't win championships.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what's sexy or not to the fucking average fan.
But we gotta keep it sexy.
Word. That's the number one rule, Hodge. If it ain't sexy, it ain't basketball.
Gotta keep it sexy.
Shit. Why you think Magic Johnson was face of the league? He was keeping it sexy.
No. He kept it too sexy, and now we know why.
Yeah. It
But
was a little too rap.
look, all I gotta say about Magic is he's the reason why I believe there's a cure for HIV.
Yeah.
But there is. It's just you gotta have money in order to get it.
That secures money. You rub enough money on your nipples. It it kills you.
Oh shit, man.
Nah, man, but look, I get it that you want to keep the fans more involved in the game.
Yeah.
I get all that, but God, there are some fans who actually prefer defense better than offense. I'm one of those fans. I love a defensive game.
Yeah.
Again, a defensive game not a game where the offense both fucking suck.
Yeah.
That's different. Daniel Jones.
Yo, because there's
What do you think there was going to be a podcast? Why was it going to mention that motherfucker?
Nah, I feel you. Shit. But yo, think about it, because LeBron James, when he finally beat the Warriors with Kyrie Irving, what is one of the
Right.
highlights they always show? When he chased down what's his name and muffed that shit off the backboard.
Right.
That defensive play is the play they always show.
I don't get it, man. I really don't get it.
Awumbaway. They keep talking about his defensive stats. He got more blocks now than most people got in their career. And that shit means don't worries.
I mean, there's a reason why, Matumbo is Matumbo.
Yeah.
No, not in my house.
Yeah. Because to be able to shut people down is gold. Like, Steph Curry can shoot threes out of his ass, but if you can't shut down the offense, all they got to do is outscore you.
Look, again,
Iguodala won the MVP
remember,
for that.
Remember in the 90s, people used to square up to the basket and the other person would be like, yo, come on, bring it.
Yep.
You don't see that nowadays.
Yeah.
You literally see the other guy getting out the way, like, okay, go ahead, dunk it.
Yeah. Because I remember, dude, it would be like this. Somebody would come down past the center court. You would hear, and somebody would step up to homeboy and say, come on, you playing me now. And it'd be one-on-one until they passed the ball off. And then after that shit, they went into a brawl for about 15 minutes. They fought each other, they stabbed each other, and then they went back to playing. They shook each other's hand and then went back to playing.
My man, like, not for nothing, the poster child for nowadays is Harden. Harden doesn't know what a fucking defensive stance is.
Olay, he thinks he's a matador. That's his move. He does the Olay step back on offense and defense. Olay, three. Olay, go ahead. That's the quickest way to get the ball back. Let him score.
Right.
Shit.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Why I need to steal it? Let it shoot it. Yeah. It's coming to me whether you make it in or not.
Like I in this era nowadays, I've seen more teams lose games because everybody wants to fucking shoot a three.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you're 6'11" and up, get your ass in the fucking paint.
Yo, and you know what I don't understand? Everybody's talking about, oh, Stephen Curry changed the game. Stephen Curry changed the game. My man, Larry Bird was a great 3-point shooter. Fucking Ray Allen, one of the best 3-point shooters. Reggie Miller, one of the best 3-point shooters. Who you think fucking influenced Steph Curry to shoot threes? Even his father was shooting.
I was about to say his father was a shooter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you act like Steph Curry was the first man to start shooting threes. Yes, he's doing it a lot more than everybody else ever did. But there were people back in the day that fucking shot threes.
Yeah.
They influenced him. Yeah, he's influencing the young people because they see him shooting and they want to shoot. But it's not like that. Like when Dr. J was dunking, he was influencing these people to dunk. Vince Carter influencing these people to dunk. Everybody want to play like Jordan. They made the song "Wanna Be
Like
Mike."
Except for me, fuck Mike.
Yeah, like Steph Curry couldn't even get people to wear New Balances.
Yo, for real, facts.
He's influencing the game, my ass.
But look, a lot of people don't see that Steph is in the gym, fucking shooting all day long.
Yeah. He has to be to make those shots.
Like, they don't see that shit. Like, a lot of guys want to be like, oh, I want to shoot threes, but have horrible form.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, if you're trying to shoot threes and your form is horrible and you see the shit is not going in, stop shooting threes. It's not for you. Maybe you're a 15-foot to 18-foot jump shot guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
A facilitator.
You know, like I saw a stat the other day that Green had made more threes than Larry Bird, but what they don't show is that he also shot like 5,000 more fucking shots, threes than Larry Bird.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I'm shooting 500 more threes than the next guy, yeah, I'm hoping that I'm passing him on 3 points made.
Yeah.
You know, but like I was trying to tell Krills last week, you know, Larry Bird was a dirty, dirty player. And not like what you guys are thinking. Like he would tell players, like, yo, I'm gonna go line up over there and shoot that jump shot in your face and make it, and then go and fucking and prove himself right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see any
Word.
of these players nowadays being able to do that.
No, yeah, he was calling his shot from the get go. Like, I'm about to
Yo,
do this.
like he
And do it.
would tell the opposing player, the play they were going to run, and be like, yo, try to stop me. You know what
Shit.
I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
And you know, I laugh at Krills because he was trying to, oh, these highlights are horrible and stuff like that. Like, look at the stuff we do nowadays, bro. I put on I put on a college game the other day, and I was like, yo, this is horrible.
Yo, I was watching. I think it was Virginia versus some shit. It was like the 10 seed team, and I'm over here like, damn, what this looked like if I was playing basketball.
Bro, every shot that they took was being missed, and they even missed a couple of layups.
Which that should be the high percentage shot.
This is college, and these are the guys. These are the guys that are not going to be in the NBA. And this is why I tell Krills, you know, a lot of people coming out from in the NBA now are one dimensional. They can only do one thing because that's
Yeah.
all they do. Back in the 80s and the 90s, you had to be able to do multiple things. Like, yeah, there was a 3-point specialist here and there, but for the most part, like if you couldn't play any kind of D, you were not playing basketball at all.
Unless your like offense was crazy, but even then it would be like, nah.
But put it like this: on the Knicks, Hubert Davis was a better shot than John Starks, but John Starks played better defense. So who started the games? John Starks. Who stayed in the game most of the times? John Starks. Did I agree with it? No.
No Nick
But
fan did.
you know what I'm saying? But this is what you saw. You know, like I tell people straight out, I hated fucking Reggie Miller. Hated that motherfucker. But nobody ran around on offense more than Reggie Miller did. That man's cardio was on fucking point. He didn't look like it, but his cardio was on point. I don't see any players nowadays being able to keep up with the way he ran around on offense.
They're not putting that workout in like that. There is no regimen like that, like they would do back in the day.
Yo,
No, I mean, first of all, you talking about double and triple screens. The players nowadays probably be crying about it. Like, yo, why are you screening me? Why are you screening me?
Yeah.
yo, so I was looking up some stats for Larry Bird's threes, his shooting percentage, right?
Right.
And somebody broke it down. From 1980 to 1984, he shot about 30%. But that was when he was playing power forward. When he so then from 1985 to 1989, he shot 41.4%, which is not too far behind Klay Thompson, JJ Redick, and Stephen Curry's 42.8%. From 1990 to 1992, he didn't play most of it because he was injured. And then from 1990 to his retirement in 92, an injured old Bird shot 37.2%, which is the exact same as Damian Lillard. Even if you cut him slack for his injury performance, he shot 39.8%, which is similar to Ray Allen's 40% for the 80s that he's this is beyond amazing. So my man is shooting the same level as the top shooters nowadays.
With people playing harder defense on them.
We're getting beat up by the fucking Pacers. I mean the Pistons.
Yep. When people actually play defense and would D you up 1-on-1. When people actually took pride in playing defense. Nobody takes pride now in playing defense. Everybody wants to be an offensive star. I mean, think about that shit. And because he was a power forward, he played inside the paint on defense. So if you go and look at Bird's numbers, he's also up there in rebounds. I mean, like the guy did it all. He shot, he played defense, he rebounded. It wasn't like nowadays where a power forward doesn't even smell the fucking paint. The paint, what's it that? No, I don't play in there. I'm gonna shoot back. I'm gonna sit back here and shoot threes.
Word. Yo, what the fuck happened to the show?
He probably fell asleep.
I would assume he went to go get something to
Oh, he
drink or
left.
something.
Okay, because I thought he fainted.
No,
or something.
no. His car
Alright.
is there, but
Yeah, I thought he
yeah, he's not there no more.
I thought he I saw like movement. I thought he did this.
Nah, he did say that he was falling in and out of
Yeah.
sleep. So
Yeah. So in this same stat, people are arguing that he's Larry Bird is a better overall shooter than Curry if you include the 2-point and the 1-point shots. So you know the 50, 40, 90 average? I don't know what that is. But it Larry Bird had 2 seasons in which he did the 50, 40, 90 benchmark. To appreciate how rare this is, consider this. There have only been 13 seasons by 9 players in the history of the NBA that have been 50, 40, 90 seasons. Of those, there have been only 2 players who have more than 50, 40, 90 seasons. Steve Nash with 4 and Larry Bird with 2. And there have only been 2 players who have averaged more than 25 points per game in a 50, 40, 90 season. Larry Bird with 28.1 points per game and 29.9 points per game, and Stephen Curry once with 30 points per game.
I'm telling you, don't sleep. I mean, don't sleep on Bird, bro. That's what I was trying to tell Krills. Bird was a dirty. He was nasty with it. He was nasty with it, but he never. Krills is one of the. Krills is thinking this athletic highlighting and dunking kind of shit. It is is the rage, but I mean, come on now,
Okay.
it's really not.
Yo, so the 50, 40, 90 club is a club that's reserved for elite shooters who have achieved the remarkable feat of shooting at least 50% from the field, 40% from 3-point range, and 90% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
And Bird did that shit twice. Well,
How many of these other players that have done that nowadays? No.
They said, nowadays none. It was like Steve Nash did it 4 times. Larry Bird did it twice. No other player did it multiple times.
You know how hard it is to fucking shoot over 50% from the field, 40% from 3-point, and 90 from the fucking free throw line.
Yeah.
It
said this has only been achieved 14 times by 9 different NBA players. So they're Larry Bird twice, Mark Price once, Reggie Miller once, Dirk Nowitzki once, Steve Nash 4 times, Steph Curry once, Malcolm Brogdon once, Kyrie Irving once, and most recently Kevin Durant once.
Man. Telling you, those players wouldn't last in the 90s. Telling you, my thing holds true. Those players would not last in the 90s. And the 90s players and the 90s offensive players nowadays would fucking average double the average.
Nah, I hear you. Yo.
And to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I didn't even mention the big O. The man averaged a triple double.
Yeah. Oscar
Yeah,
Robinson.
and that's when fucking you would hack and stuff like that. Imagine him playing now.
Word.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah.
Of course, look, he might not be as athletic as these other guys are nowadays. But you're talking about a man who averaged a triple double in an era where you know they were really hitting each other. it
Yeah.
wasn't these ticky tacky fouls nowadays. Like they were really hitting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
word. Yo, there's an update in the playoff picture.
Ooh.
okay,
The Dallas Mavericks went from being 7th and in the play-in to 6th place and playing the Timberwolves in the first
oh
round.
wow,
So the Kings now have dropped to 7th place.
oh
But
damn.
the Suns, the Warriors, and the Lakers are still 9, 10, and 8, 9, and 10.
I'm telling you, man. I really don't get it. The play and shit. I know you explained it to me, but
Yeah.
fucking, we give too many mediocre teams enough chances to fucking play to make it to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I think that's a secret tactic to let these players rest more, because like throughout the season, because you know damn well the Lakers, the Warriors, and Kevin Durant are gonna be in the fucking play. They got to be in the playoffs. How are they gonna not be in the playoffs? Like LeBron just fucking got all these records and he's not gonna be in the playoffs. Like yo, as much as of a feat it is for LeBron to get the scoring title or the most points in a career,
Right.
it doesn't really mean that when you lose. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had all them points and ain't never made it to the playoffs. Like
And
that
I
would be
just
one of those, like he's the greatest loser of all time. Like Jerry West. He's the logo and shit, but my man made it to the playoffs 9 times to lose. He couldn't, like, he won once out of like 11 times. You know what I'm saying? Like
no,
at one
I get
point,
what you're saying.
at one point, doing all this shit and losing, it don't add up.
Like
You
again,
see why? Yeah,
like you said, it's a way for them to still get these. I'm sorry, I'm old school. You won in the playoffs, you got to be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8.
yeah,
If you can't make it in those 8 spots, you don't deserve a play in. Fuck that shit.
yeah,
You don't I'm sorry. That's like if I have the best record in the league and you tell me, well, yeah, you have the best record in the league, but we're not going to give you home field advantage in the playoffs. Then what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah. Nah, yeah. Then what's the fucking point of being the best team in the league? You're gonna have to
You
have
know what
some
I'm
kind
saying?
of incentive.
Oh, you have to, or you're in the World Series or in the NBA Finals, and you go, oh, you have the better record than the other team, but they're gonna have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Like, then why the fuck did I bust my ass to get the best record?
Word.
I'm sorry, this whole play-in shit to me is not cool.
I I don't. I think it's for ratings also, because everybody's gonna be like, oh, is LeBron gonna make because it's only one game? But at one point, it makes the game so like not like it's not even worth it at some point. Because I remember wanting to watch the playoffs
Right.
because it was like this is where you get the best out of people. And then now I watch the playoffs, and it got to the point where it's like I only want to watch the finals. And then I watch the finals, I'm like, damn, I can't even watch the finals because one team looks like they don't want to be there. Like when Antetokounmpo and it was what the Suns and the Bucks when they were playing in the finals. It almost looked like they said, "No, you win. No, you win. No, you win. No, trust me. No, you win. Plus, I don't want to win. I don't. You win. No, you win. No. It's okay.
Again, too soft. They
Yeah,
all want to be friends. Like I tell people straight out, the funniest shit about me growing up in the '90s and watching these athletes play is on the court. Bird, Jordan, Ewing, Barkley, they hated each other.
yeah,
But in the off season, what were they doing? They're all golfing together.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They were all golfing together. They were going to Vegas together. They were gambling together. Like they were cool. They were cool. They were friends. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Off the court. On the court was like, nah, nigga, I don't care. I'm winning.
Word. And you know what the crazy shit was? Like, if you like Kobe and Shaq, they had their problems, but
Right.
you didn't know about it until Shaq got traded because when they were in the game, they were playing like they were the best. They were the best duo in the world.
Right.
Because nothing's gonna stop me from winning this game.
Yeah, there was that mutual respect there. We might not like each other, but we have the respect at least when
Yeah.
it's in the court,
Yeah.
You know what
as
I'm
it
saying?
should be. As it should be.
We're gonna direct this question to Ray.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Joseph wants to know why the Lakers play better without LeBron. Look at Ray's face.
I was gonna say, that's usually what 75% of the time now, because LeBron be taking his days off. Just being real, but the record still doesn't show it. So I don't know if that's that true, Joseph. I'm just saying.
No, but no, dude, there were a couple of instances. Don't get me wrong, where LeBron ain't playing and the team's having a win streak, and
I
I
believe
think that's because it's one of those things where he got his hands too much into the game.
I'm,
You know how
I'm gonna
some
tell you.
people
I'm gonna
are
tell you the
too
truth.
involved?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Why teams usually play better without their star player? They don't have to feed him the ball.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about him. They can actually play as a team instead of here you go, LeBron. Take the ball and tell me where I gotta stand.
No, legit.
Yeah,
Legit.
because I think that messes up a lot of people. Because if dude, the stars that he played with had to change their game for him. Like Pippen went with Jordan. He was like, nah, just play your game. Rodman, he didn't shoot, but he did his rebounds. You did what you think. But I
Well,
didn't see.
like I tell people, no, not to mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
On the Pistons, Rodman averaged like about 15 points a game
Yo,
when he
bro,
was on the Pistons.
I
You know what I'm saying?
seen there was one game he was in Japan or some shit like that, and they let him play for a team that he owned in his 40s, and he's dropping threes.
Yeah, Rodman can play. Rodman can shoot. You know what I'm saying? But when he can, like I tell people straight out, on the Pistons, he averaged 15 and 10. 15 points, 10 rebounds. He can shoot. He came to Chicago and they literally told him, like, yo, we don't need you to score on an average if you want to do the putbacks or whatever. But we got scorers here. All we want you to do is play defense, trash talk the other player to get them off their fucking game, and rebound.
Yeah. But yeah, and I honestly think that's what it is when there's someone that's too involved. Because everybody for some reason they're like, "Yo, LeBron's memory of what's happening in the game or his IQ in the game is tremendous. Like he could be a coach and all that." But when you overcoach, when you're too involved, it's a detriment to some people. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was playing and somebody do this, it's like, yo, no, let me play the game. You can't play this for me.
Yeah.
Because I'll go sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have your advice, run your plays, and be like, yo, when I'm doing this, go over there. All right, cool. But it's almost like when you trying to teach me how to walk again, nah, player, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And then when he's not here no more, now we got chemistry because we like, yo, the handcuffs is off. Allie.
Right.
Now they're able to be a team. Now they're
Yeah.
able to do stuff that it's like, okay, cool. Now we don't just gotta play around him. Now it's like we can actually play and do
or
what we
or
gotta
be
do.
dependent.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. You know, they don't have to depend. They don't have him to depend on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, now we gotta between us, we gotta make sure we win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, did you hear Shaq turn around and he was on a podcast and he said that he didn't know it was allowed to go to the other teams, like to go to those teams. He was like, yo, he didn't know it was allowed that he could have went to the Bulls and played with Jordan. He thought it wasn't allowed.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
because
well,
you didn't do that.
free agency only came into existence like in the 90s.
Yeah, but it was one of those things. Like, I didn't know if I wanted a ring, I could just go to a team that had the best people on it and then win a ring. Like, he was like,
Oh yeah, that
I thought I had to do this shit myself.
that wasn't the thing back then. It was,
Yeah,
you know, there wasn't like, oh, let's team up together and make a fucking super team. It was like, nah, like it was literally frowned upon if you left your team to go to another team just for ring. Like, look all the backlash Durant got when he left OKC to go to Golden State.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that, you know, that only happened a couple of years ago, and mad people to this day don't give him props for having the ring because they're like, yo, you went from a good team to the best team in the league.
yeah. And then he left them to make another super team, and they couldn't do shit.
Huh. But remember, OKC, it was him, Harden, and Westbrook.
Yeah,
You know, Mr. Greedy. You know what I'm saying? And they had was it Umbika? I don't know how to remember his name, how to say it.
Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka. Like, OKC had a squad,
Yeah,
but they couldn't get it past the Warriors. He left OKC to go play with the Warriors.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that in the 90s and the early 2000s was still frowned upon. Like, yo, my man, you don't do that shit.
yeah. Especially when you choke.
Of course. I mean, like I know your boy is Vince Carter, but the reason Vince Carter was never, that dude was because he never had that killer mentality. If Vince Carter would have had Kobe's killer mentality, he would have had rings and things.
Shit, there's a lot of people that if they had Kobe's mentality,
Just the ethic, the work ethic, that
Yeah.
mentality, just the overall passion for actually wanting it to be a game, you know?
yeah,
And just no, and that's the thing too. I feel like that's the lost art of it. That it's not just the passion about the game, but just the whole passion of the whole process. When it comes to the working out, when it comes to being the team, when it comes to the presentation of it all, like Kobe was the sport. But
Well, I remember what happened. Remember the stories with the Dream Team. They're coming back from the clubs at 5 o'clock in the morning. Kobe's going to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning.
yep,
no, and he would say like, "Yo," he would be like, "Okay, cool, I'll drink with y'all. Y'all better be up with me at the same time, though."
because he was on something. We losing. Why y'all over here partying or other shit? My man went there to win. Fuck, I'm gonna come here and waste my time.
Was
Because
he
that
was he
the
part was
routine.
he was Kobe part of the redemption team?
Yeah, that was the story of the redemption team. It's like everybody was partying and Kobe was the one in the gym, and that's when Carmelo was like, "Hold up, you in here this early?" And Carmelo was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wake up earlier and I'm gonna get in the gym." And then he woke up early. He walks in the gym and Kobe's there. He's like, "Yo, how early this nigga wakes up?" And there was one time I forgot who it was. They said they went to the gym. They was practicing. They saw Kobe there. He did his hour in the gym, and he left. And Kobe was still there. And he went up to Kobe the other day. Like after that, he goes, "Yo, how often do you fucking train? Like how long you train?" He goes, "Not that long. I saw you come in, and I wasn't gonna let you leave after me." Kobe deadass was like, "Yo, I was almost done. You walked in. I wasn't gonna let you leave after me." He's like, "Nope, you leaving before me."
Telling you, bro,
Just,
he had that drive.
just to let niggas know you ain't outworking me.
Yo, but a mentality like that, imagine, man.
Yeah,
Then we could give it to Krills. If these guys now would do something like that, have that work ethic, then maybe the sport is
yeah,
going into a better direction.
yeah.
Till
Because
then,
we grew up with the saying, um, heart can outwork talent any day.
of course.
Once talent has heart, then you're unstoppable.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I keep telling you guys every time I talk about Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
Now, he got talent, but he don't want to put in that work. But if I guarantee you put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
tell people, when you become a professional athlete, everybody in the league has talent.
yeah,
The only way you keep ahead of them is by putting in the game, putting in that work in game film. Like there's a reason why Peyton was so cerebral. Peyton was watching fucking. I'm pretty sure fucking Peyton's wife was on giving birth, and Payne's right next to her, fucking looking over plays.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? But that's what made Payton so great. Brady too. As much as I tell the people that Brady sucks or whatever, Brady was watching game film.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, I tell you guys the stories of Jamarcus Russell that was confirmed by a Raiders linebacker, where they gave him a blank CD to go study over the weekend, and told him to go study the CD or the DVD or whatever. And when they asked them when they came back, yo, did you watch the DVD? This motherfucker literally said, yeah, I watched the DVD, whatever. And the player was like, yo, that DVD was blank. That's when we knew that this guy was full of shit.
yeah,
My man, no, you can have all the talent in the world. Give me somebody that is a little bit lesser talent but has the heart and the drive. I'd rather take somebody like that than somebody who depends on his talent alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I work in the air conditioning field. I have a lot of technicians that don't call nobody because they think they know what they're doing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I said it. My supervisors have told me, oh, oh, he's not skilled enough to take that call. And I go, but I'd rather send him to that call because if he can't figure it out, he's gonna call somebody to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you send this dude, he's gonna say he fixed it and leave it, and then we're gonna get a call back the next day regarding the same situation because he's too proud to call somebody to figure out how to fix it. But he's gonna say he fixed it and walk away from it.
yep,
And that's the same thing I feel with a guy who has all the talent in the world, but doesn't want to put in the fucking time to be the best. My man, Ric Flair said it the best. To be the best, you gotta beat the best. And if you don't put your work, if you don't put the work in it, you're not going to beat the best. Because the
yeah.
best is putting work in it. He's gonna study tape. He's gonna not just depend on his talent. He's gonna depend on knowing more about the game than you do.
Yo, and the crazy shit is like we're not saying that there's some people that don't put in work because Steph Curry does put in his work to get those threes. You ain't making those threes out of luck.
Steph Curry's in the gym
Yeah,
shooting like
like
a
yeah,
thousand shots.
like
That's a,
LeBron is putting in his work. But the difference is back in the day they put in those work. So was everyone else, and it was still difficult for these guys to be the best.
my man. Back in the days, they practiced as a team. Nowadays, you know how many times I hear, "Oh, the dude was in the gym by himself."
Yeah,
What was the rest of the team? Nowhere to be found.
farting in bathtubs and laughing their ass off.
Yeah. What happened, Ray? You dipped?
Nah, he said he'll be back.
All right, cool. No, but that's the shit, bro. Like you have to have that heart. You have to have that drive. A lot of players nowadays just want, you know, they think their talent alone is going to take them there to the promised land. You're not going to go to the promised land if you can't put in that work, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's true. Yo, did you hear about the fighter that bit this dude
fighter that
in the
bit.
UFC?
No, somebody bit somebody.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out I know it happened over the weekend. And yeah, it was a prelim,
Okay.
and this guy Igor Severnio and Andre Lama, the two flyweights.
Right.
In the second round, Igor had this dude on the fence with his back turned to him. So he had him in basically like almost a German suplex position, right? And he bit his fucking inner bicep so bad that you see the teeth marks on this fucking guy's arm.
But isn't why they make him wear mouth guards? I mean, I know mouth guards is so that the teeth don't get knocked out, but also I think wasn't another reason is to prevent some shit like that.
Yeah. And they said he was winning the fight. And now he's fired from the UFC, banned for life because he bit homeboy.
That's
And
horrible.
and this dude, Andre Lima, he got $25,000 for performance of the night, basically, from Dana after he got bit. That night he went and got it tattooed. He got the teeth marks tattooed on his arm. And Dana gave him another $25,000 for that.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Dana, you fucking joke. Yeah, come on, man. You're gonna give him fight of the night because he got bit? Motherfucker, I've had a lot of street fights with a gotten bit. Stop. I guarantee you there was a better knockout or a better fight than that shit. That's that. Oh God, that's that reward. You're giving a man a reward for because he got bit. So fucking what? And then because he's a fucking stooge and goes fucking tattoos a fucking bite mark on his fucking bicep, you give him more money? What's next? You gonna reward a fucking fighter when he writes tattoos Dana's bitch on his back or some shit?
He might.
That's fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
Give that man fucking fight of the night because he got bit. He was losing the fucking fight. Now, if he was the one winning and then he got bit, I can say, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But he was losing the fight. My man, you just rewarded him for fucking being a loser.
Yep. You got your ass kicked. Here goes some money. And
That's
and on that
stupidity,
same
man.
card, Rose Namajunas, she broke her 2-fight losing streak.
Did she?
Yeah, she won by unanimous decision. Which she should have won she should have won because she was wrestling the 8th ranked women's flyweight. Rose just lost the fucking title. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be levels to this shit.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like, I've seen her win that title at least 3 times, and then the next fight, like, lose it. And I'm like, yo, like, did you just like stop caring or some shit? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sometimes you win the belt, and then you're like, all right, I don't think I'm going to do this, and then you lose the very next fight.
Yep. Because
That's
she had confidence issues. You know,
like, girl, you had the title. Why are you have confidence issue? You have the title. Like you beat that girl, the one who loves to talk shit, the one who just recently retired, Jancheska, whatever his name is.
Shevchenko.
Right. Like she talked mad shit, and you beat her convincingly. Why would
Yeah.
you have like and like she pretty much dominated that division for a long time? Like why would you have confidence issue? Like nobody gave you a chance and you beat her. And you have confidence issues? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't get shit like that. Yeah, I can see if you have confidence issues if you fought her and you lost her like twice. Like I can see that. But I don't know, man. I guess people are different.
Yeah.
What's the next good fight?
The next good fight is UFC 300. That's Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Because it's like, is it Jamal? Because to me it looks like Jamahel.
I'm about to look it up because
Jamahal. Now remember they taught us sound out the word, and now you got Pereira that looks like Pereira. And
okay.
then
So
Yan
Alex Pereira,
Exonami,
and I want to say Jamal
Jamal
Hill.
Hill, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked like Jamahal.
I want to say it's Jamal Hill. Watch it
Yeah,
be
it looks
something
like
else.
Jammer Hill. Wow.
I want to say it's Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira. Oh shit, that's April 13th. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the light heavyweight title. The crazy shit is this. Teixeira wins the light heavyweight championship. He loses it to some dude with a weird name also. That dude gets hurt. So they take the title away from him, and then Jamal Hill wins the vacated title. Jamal Hill gets hurt, and then they make a fucking another title, and then that dude that Teixeira lost the title to fucking loses that to someone else, and then Alex Pereira wins the title from the dude that from Blachowicz.
That's all fucked up. That whole thing's
Yo, I can't pronounce this nigga name neither. Jan Blach. Look, I'm gonna just put it
Just
on
show
the
me
screen.
so we can. Show
Yeah, you fucking
Oh,
Blajovic.
Blachowicz?
Like I think it's Blomvahovic or some shit like that. But do you see this? I never seen an L with a cross in it. Is this a TJ? Is that?
Oh, so there is something there. I just thought I was seeing
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
No, yeah, there's
b-
yeah, that.
we need an interpreter for this one.
yeah. So he beats him
Okay.
for the title, and then he beats the guy who lost the title because he was injured, and now he's fighting the other guy who lost the title because he was injured.
Okay, so both of them are basically fighting to see who. Okay, we're
Yeah.
both runner-ups, but let's see now who's the real champion here.
Yeah, and then
Gotcha.
Zhang Louise, the women's strawweight champion, the woman who's now the champion that Rose Namajunas' class, is fighting Yan Yexo Nami. I'm gonna show you
Okay.
again. I'm gonna let Ray read this shit because Ray's a reader. There you go. Yan Yaxo Nami.
Yen, I want to say it's Zayonan, because the X usually they pronounce it like a Z, like that. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
We shall. When we watch the fight,
we
we'll
gonna
figure it out then.
Yeah, and then Justin Gaethje
Okay.
versus the first name that's normal, Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Because even Gaethje's fucking.
I don't think we can fuck up Max Holloway. Somehow we
Yeah.
fuck it up.
And then Charles Oliveira versus Armin
Johnson.
Chakayakashan. Charizard Yannick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to say it's Sarukan.
You know what's crazy, Hutch, and I want your opinion on this shit now. I think these guys ain't real fighters. I think whoever hires the fighters for the UFC just go, if you got a fucked up name, you're in.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, I gotta show you the next one. The next fight is even. His name is Bo NuKKle
Okay, I feel like that one's easier. I think that's just Bo Nickel.
I don't know.
At that point, I hope so.
What? Bow-legged? What?
Yeah,
Versus Cody Brundage.
they look like Burn Age to me.
I'm gonna say Brundage. They canceled that next fight that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, and then look, and then there you go. Your boy Yuri Pachachakachikis.
Who?
He was the guy that just lost to Alex Pereira for the title.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, versus
For real.
Alexander Rashnik. And then Calvin Kakatar is, and I only know this guy's name because I actually seen him fight before. Aljamain Sterling. But that actually, if you spell it out, Aljamain Sterling. See, there you go. There goes the technique, but sounding it out. But Calvin Kakatar, I don't know.
What kind of guitar?
A cat guitar.
Okay.
It's basically out of
All I
cat.
want now is a fucking episode of Toe just trying to pronounce these names. That's it.
Yo,
That's all we
and-
need. Just give us
and-
every fighter that has a crazy name.
We should do that. But then you got Holly Holmes versus Kayla Harrison. And then look at this dude. So the fuck Yusuf. So the fuck Yusuf. What?
Soda pop? Are we talking Mike Tyson's Punch Out? Soda pop?
Sodiku Yusuf. Is that Sadiku? Soda pop. Yeah.
Sodik Yusuf, I want to say is how you
Sodik.
pronounce that fucking name.
See that?
Hey, what is that, a watch?
Sodik Yusuf.
Sodik Yusuf.
This Sodik is so useful.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
That's what he's saying. Yo, and it's crazy. Think about this, Ray. This guy right here, Yari Wakachapakachish, champion. Holly Holmes, champion. Jessica Andrade, champion. And they're on the prelims. Yo, Jim Miller has the record, I think, for the most wins, or like he's third for the most wins in the UFC. And he's in the early prelims.
Wait, Holly
let's
Holmes is
be
in the
real.
prelims?
Cody, yeah, Holly Holmes is on the prelims. Jim Miller's on the early prelims. Jessica Andrade's on the early prelims. Cody Garbrandt is on the early prelims. Figueroa, who is also a former fucking champion, is on the prelims.
Let's be real. Those prelim fights actually be better than the main card.
They do, but this is the 6 p.m. one. This is the, if you ain't got a life and you on this. Matter of fact, this is you gotta pay extra for these free fights.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
on the
worst
Fight
part.
Pass.
Yeah.
Whoa. Back that shit the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Early prelims I gotta pay for?
Yeah, because they're on the UFC Fight Pass, Hoach. You have to pay for the Fight Pass, and then you watch the regular prelims on ESPN.
So you're telling me on the early prelims you have at least 2 to 3 former champions.
Yes,
And you can't even put them on like the fight card. They're part of the prelim.
early prelims.
But on the fight card, you got a bunch of burgers.
Well, I don't know who Cody Burnage and Bo NuKKle is, but the other ones, they yeah, the other ones, they I can see them on the main card. But bro, you have to pay, I think, was it $10 a month for the Fight Pass, and then you have to pay ESPN Plus, but you can watch the prelims on ESPN. But let's say you watch it on ESPN Plus, you got to pay for ESPN Plus. You got to pay
Yeah,
for
you
the Fight
do.
Pass, and then you got to pay for the pay-per-view. You paying for from 6 p.m. all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning.
3 different fucking prices.
Just if you want to watch all of them, you're paying 3 different prices.
In the
Watch
words of
12 hours.
in the words of Spanish speaking people everywhere, mira coño.
Carajo, man.
Word.
Jesus. The fuck you talking about with that one?
What's going on, bro?
Yo, Jesus.
Yo, that ass. That's crazy. You're paying. They hired Roddy Piper to do this shit, and we're all Saddam Hussein because we're paying through the nose. I don't know if you remember that, Ray. It was Survivor Series, and we was in the Cold War or something like that. And Roddy Piper in the beginning, he goes, "And if you're Saddam, we're gonna make you pay through the nose."
I remember hearing that afterward, but I don't think I was alive for that promo. My
Yeah,
apologies.
yeah, he was too young for that shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Come on, Ray, you had to be alive.
See, you're one of those Sodiq Yusuf fans, and and Al-Keek Sander Rakik.
Gesundheit.
What the fuck did you just say?
Yo, bro, I don't know.
I feel like you just said my dick is useless for a second.
Yo,
Sanders.
my man. Yo, I'm gonna take it as disrespect, bro.
Yo, you should. I'm disrespectful saying it.
I feel like you said something about my dick. Yo, leave my dick out of this conversation.
Yo, look at this nigga right here. Alik Sandar Rakik. Because there's an accent over the sea too, so I don't know if is that Siberia. So rookie because there's an accent there.
I don't know.
Yeah, not for nothing, Toe. I thought my pronunciations of names were bad.
Why do you think every time we have a guest on the show, unless I speak to them regularly, I let Ray do the intro?
Yep. So if I fuck it up, then Toe just fucking makes
Yep.
fun of me the whole day.
Yeah. If he fucks it up, I go in.
Even if I don't fuck it up, that's just Toe's MO. Is just like, nah, we're gonna say that Ray didn't do it properly.
Yeah, now I figured out how to say this motherfucker's name. So now we're gonna introduce him right. Here he is, everybody, John. You didn't know his name. I didn't know his name until you said it.
Actually, it's not John. It's Joan.
Yep.
June. Oh shit, fucking Ray.
Hey, I said it, Joan, but you're like, oh, okay, cool, John. Nah, that's not what I said.
Shit.
Oh man, I'm sorry to have those fighters on early prelims and then prelims, and then since they're on early prelims or prelims, they're not getting money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody gonna be in there because I have never seen. Like, I think there may be like.
Oh man, they're going to be fighting in an empty arena.
People. Yeah, there's like 50 people there that got there early to watch these prelims.
But the fucked up part is that for everything that you're paying, most of that money is going in Dana White's pocket.
Yeah.
Because think about the early prelims on the ESPN Plus thing. He's going to get a part of that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The prelims, whatever fucking shit they're on that you got to pay for, he's getting a piece of that.
Yep.
And he's getting a piece of the main card, not only from the network, but also from the stadium, because the way they do it is they get a cut of the attendance shit too.
Yep.
So even from the main card, he's getting money from the whatever company is promoting the fight, whether it be on the Peacock or whatever fucking shit it is on. And he's also getting money from the house. God damn.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are literally in there trying to hurt themselves for pennies. That's
Basically, at
fucking
this point.
ridiculous.
No.
And this is why Dana White and people like Vince McMahon never wanted their people to form unions. That's right there.
Yeah, basically.
And you know what's fun and fucked up too is the UFC motherfuckers don't make that much money, and they're also not. They insurances are also not going to cover them.
Yep.
So if they get hurt, they're coming out of pocket. But they don't get any money like NFL players are getting money. God, that's fucking sad. Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So, yeah, that when that woman won the $50,000 bonus, she's like, "Oh shit, I can actually pay off some of my debts and have money," because she won $50,000 bonus, but her fight thing was only $10,000, so she barely had enough money to pay for the gym and the loan that she took from a friend so she could move out. She was living in her car. There's a UFC fighter living in a car, broke as fuck. That's crazy.
Isn't it like most of them?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you're Conor McGregor, because even like I think it's like Conor McGregor, John Jones, and Ronda Rousey were making in the millions. Everybody else is making like a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
I don't even think they were making a couple $100,000. I
Well,
think probably making a couple of
the
10,000.
stars. Yeah, the stars were making a couple $100,000, but even like the regular people probably making like 50 anywhere from like $10,000 to $50,000 or some shit like that. Yo, so Pro, to answer your question, September 14th, in conjunction with Mexican Independence Day, UFC is gonna hold UFC 306 in the Las Vegas Sphere.
Oh shit, they actually are gonna hold one though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that was a place that you could walk into. I thought that was just something people built to look. It makes colors.
No joke. I also thought the same. I just thought it was something that they would put videos and shit. So that's gonna be interesting.
Word.
So I saw a little video today of them building the stadium at in PA for WrestleMania.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wait, they're building the stadium at WrestleMania, or they?
I mean the building the wrestling ring and all that shit.
The entrance,
bu-
the entrance.
yeah, building all that shit.
Yeah.
They're building the stage.
Yeah, they gotta make it look nice and gotta get it all set up.
Word. Yo, it was crazy when the pandemic WrestleMania happened. They already finished the stadium, the entrance and all that with the Bucks theme entrance and the boat and all that. And then they took part of the boat and they put it in the performance center, and that's when they did WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was crazy. They basically just said, "Fuck it, we'll save it for next year if we could come back." And that's what
Yeah,
they did.
basically. Yeah, it's man, that time just doesn't feel like it actually happened when you think about it.
Word, but it did happen because Drew McIntyre bored us to death then too.
Gotta keep
That shit.
he's got to keep reminding us that
Yeah,
happened.
I almost didn't make it at that time because we wasn't watching the shit on live.
Yeah.
I almost. That's why I tell people I was surprised I made it to 36. Wrestling was about to bore me to death, Hoach.
Or
Word.
hey
Shit.
man,
We
Mama's-
still here, damn it. We
Yep.
still here.
Show, you good?
nope.
He comes on to tell us he's on lunch.
The show, did you get something caffeinated at least?
Yeah, Sanka, you dead?
Yeah, I'm on. Oh.
But push cart derby.
I don't get him. Nah, but man, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to be a UFC fighter. I granted a lot of people that's their dream and shit like that, but it looks like the pay is not worth all that all that you have to give up. And
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'm good, by the way.
All right.
But
in the was it the PFL and like Bellator and one championship fighting, they pay you a lot better. But then the UFC sells it. But if you want to be recognized as the best in the world, you come to the UFC.
For what? You're not gonna pay me.
Because not for
Like
nothing.
that ass. If I was one of them and like if I was a fighter and Dana White said, "Oh well, you know what? Yeah, he's good and everything, but unless he does that in the UFC, he won't be recognized." I'd be like, "Nigga, I don't recognize you. You don't
Yo,
pay your fucking fighters, so I would not unless you fucking pay me. I would never be in your promotion. I would throw that shit right in his fucking face, and I
yo,
go, and I would also tell him. I said, your promotion ain't shit because you don't pay the fighters. So there's a lot of good fighters out there that will never be in the UFC because you don't pay. So how can you actually say that your shit is the best when you don't have the best fighters? Oh, you
Hey,
can't. So
it's kind of like WWE, bro, or
yeah,
AEW. They,
they monopolize the TV rights.
yeah,
bro,
There's no other
not
MMA organization on TV.
yo, not for nothing, but like I've also I've watched a lot of fucking sports or whatever, and there's times where
Yeah,
back in the days I was look at TNA or Impact and then be like, yo, this is a much better show than whatever WWE is putting, but because WWE is on a recognized network and TNA/Impact wasn't, you wouldn't hear much. But I'm like, yo, it's like see, but it's a little bit different, when Toe say about the WWE because the WWE gives you money and then you don't do shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit different because they'll give you more money and then you won't do shit for like 3 years. Take some points with a couple of talent that's gone there. But
that's still
UFC is
there.
like oh no, you'll get more recognition here, but you get less pay.
Yeah,
Remember, that's like
Yeah.
me leaving my current job for a new job where they'll tell me, oh, well, we're a better known company here, but we're gonna pay you 20 grand less. Nah, yeah, I'd rather stay with the 20 grand more. I don't give that name recognition shit don't mean shit to me.
yeah. That's like working in a fast food joint, like you in Smash Burger. You making mad money, and McDonald's like, yo, but we're more recognized over here, son. You tell people you work at McDonald's, people gonna know where you working, but we're gonna give you $7 an hour,
y'all thinking about
nigga.
it.
I don't want people knowing that I'm working there.
Y'all thinking about it all
Oh,
wrong. It's like you get tips and you go work for less money at a more recognized restaurant because you know you're gonna make your money on the tips. It's different. Your name is gonna blow up in WWE. It might not in TNA.
but what I'm saying
So,
is
show,
WWE gives you money, but when I'm talking about UFC, don't pay you.
show. Let me
And,
ask
and
you
let
a
me
question.
hold on, Toe, before you say
Okay.
something. And if you ever been in a place where they do tips, half the time, or actually 3/4 of the time, you got to share the tips at the end of your hours where everybody else has worked there. So those tips are not just for you.
Yeah, because think about this show. Now, you go into the PFL. You're a fighter. You get X amount of money that they pay you, plus whatever merchandise you sell, plus some on the gate. The UFC goes, here goes $10,000 for this fight. But everybody knows who you are, show. You want to have 100? You want to have $250,000 in your pocket for one fight, or $10,000 in your pocket for one fight, and 250,000 people know who you are.
See, this. That's a great question. I'll take the people and the less money. This is what I'm saying because I don't even know who the champion of the PSL is. Who the fuck
But
is it?
people nowadays don't know even who the champion of the UFC is.
That's true.
Yeah, we just
Damn,
named a couple of them, and it's like,
Who?
who?
Yeah.
Is that real? Is
Sean O'Malley.
Bro,
You know,
bro,
Yo, but
give me the money. I
show.
don't give a fuck about your name.
You know what? You know what the crazy shit is, show. you're thinking about this back in the day, in the era where, yo, put eyes on me and I can make my own money. You ain't
Correct.
making your own money here. You know why? Because if you have everyone knows you and you're fighting and you get on a card that no one knows, you're making minimum wage. You have to get on a card. Like, everyone knows who Justin Gaethje is, but he don't make Conor McGregor money. Everyone knows who Max Holloway is. He don't make Conor McGregor money. Conor McGregor only makes that money because his promotion, Conor McGregor Promotions, works with the UFC when he fights, and he makes deals based off of the promotions.
People know who Holly Holmes is.
There are boxers right now that no one knows who the fuck they are, making millions of dollars a fight. I would rather be the MMA fighter that can live off of his fights when he retires than someone who went into the UFC and is like, oh, you was great. Yeah, bro, but I got a concussion and CTE now, and I made $75,000 in total.
And they know why fired me because I couldn't fight for the next fight.
You
Like,
think Conor McGregor would have been Conor McGregor in the PFL?
Conor McGregor was Conor McGregor in Ireland. That's why he came to the UFC.
Yep.
And also think about this shit, show. All those people that people know you can't be sponsored in the UFC. They don't have sponsors no more.
Nope.
So when you're in the PFL and people know you and you're wearing Burger King sponsorship or Xbox sponsorship, they're paying you for that. So you get multiple incomes in these things. In the UFC, you don't get that. You don't put no 1-800 condoms on the back of your fucking.
I mean, does the UFC even do merchandising?
No, they
Not no more.
merchandise, but they don't give the fighters the merchandise money.
They did
They
it
don't.
themselves.
So they don't get no royalties off the fucking if 13,000 Conor McGregor shirts get sold. McGregor don't
Nope.
see any of that. Nope.
Nope. And then,
They in the white pocket, right?
yeah.
Now leave me in the lesser known fucking world organization where I get fucking money for merch or shit that I sell, or like in like other people do, where I think AEW is it, where you can sign a contract with them, but you can still work a house show
Yeah.
for another, or even do what is it, like a an event. Like
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure,
independent
yeah,
show.
not even independent show, like like a wrestling event. Like, oh, come and meet the stars of so and so and so whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know WWE is real strict with that. Like, is it like if it's not a WWE sponsored event, you can't go.
Yeah.
Like, even in WWE, like, yeah, they'll pay you more money to take you away from AEW, but they're not going to give you money on royalties. They don't really care if you sell T-shirts, because until you make them more money than what they're paying you, they ain't going to give you fucking royalties on shirts or merchandise you sell.
Yeah, and
Well, like, look at the NFL.
they
You
don't
think
even
players
let you
get?
use your name.
Excuse me, Toe. Like, look at the NFL. You think players get money when their jersey gets sold? No, they don't see none of that shit. Neither does the NBA or baseball. None of those players see any of that money.
Nope.
But you go to stadium, and you'll see Matt Aaron Judge jerseys.
Danny
You know what I'm saying?
Dimes jerseys.
Yeah, you go to shut your mouth.
Yo, he almost agreed with you. There was a split second.
I was gonna say you go to MSG, you'll see Randall jersey and stuff like that. They don't get money off that shit.
That's insane, man. But no, it's like they show like when guys stay on the indies. Like Matt Cardona, for example, Zack Ryder. That dude has said now in the indies he's made more money than he ever did in the
In
Which is
WWE.
sad. Which is
But in
sad.
an interview, he literally said that he would go back to WWE if they were to come in and look for him. And I'm
Oh, yeah,
sitting
of
there
course.
like, dude, would you really go back to an organization that stifled you? Because that's what the WWE do. Like, you'll create your name out there, and then you go to WWE and then be like, nah, that shit has no bearings.
Yeah.
Hey, Cody did it. They haven't stifled him yet.
Was because Cody became one of those people that or marketable. He made himself outside the WWE what they wanted him to be, or what they were looking for in the WWE. He was like, "Yo, you need somebody that's a businessman that can be an executive vice president for the wage of a wrestler. I'm your man." Cody Rhodes bring in Jade. He bring in Spears. He bring in a bunch of producers and all that other shit. Plus he knows the business now, so he can go and be a fucking advocate for them in certain things. He became more valuable outside the ring, that they had to go, you know what? This guy right here is a good acquisition, because not only is he a wrestler, but he can do shit outside the ring also.
He's a businessman.
Yeah. And that's exactly why Zack Ryder now is going to be like, oh, yeah, I would go back. Because now he knows they're going to offer him his value for the name. Because now he's made a bigger name for Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Instead of when he was just Zack Ryder, that's like, yeah, we got nothing for Zack Ryder, unfortunately.
Right, we got nothing for Zack Ryder, but like the whole thing, Zack Ryder was just an edge lackey. He became the Long Island Iced Tea on the internet. On the internet. He didn't do it in WWE. He did it on the internet. And the WWE actually penalized him for becoming more popular on his YouTube channel and took that shit away. Like the whole storyline when he was with Eve or whatever, and then Kane, chokeslammed him to hell or whatever.
Yeah.
That's them keeping him down.
Yeah, that was the whole point of like, that's why he made the joke about, oh, I need to get over, because he was trying to get over, like, oh, I'm trying to actually fucking make it.
See, now had McMahon came up with that shit, he would have been good. But because McMahon did not come up with that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
McMahon was like, no, I got to take this shit away from you.
Yep.
Like it's very few things that McMahon will let you slide with. Like Stone Cold, he realized how much of a big thing they had. That's why he let Stone Cold rock. You know what I'm saying? But that whole thing where Austin tells Jake the Snake, oh, you talk about your Shermans and your Palms, and you say John 3:16 or Austin 3:16. That was all Austin off the top of the dome. But McMahon saw how much money he can make with that, so he let that rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what he saw. He was like, oh, this is money. That's it.
Right.
That was
But here's the difference with that. Austin did that on a what? On a WWE pay-per-view.
Yep.
A real rat act.
Yep.
All right. The difference with that is that your man Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, did that away from WWE TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So McMahon was like, I can't get behind this because I had no part of it.
Yep. It's not on his ground. It's not on him. It's like, oh wait, yeah, this ain't making me money.
And
so I can't.
And now, because of that, there was a time when you couldn't have a Twitch unless WWE got a percentage of it. You couldn't have the up down down is associated with WWE now, because Xavier Woods was running that shit on YouTube, and now the WWE put their hands in that. It's almost like no matter what you do, the WWE got their hands in it.
Oh, they have to, because again, they need to have their percentage. They need to make sure they're actually making money off of it.
The pimp always needs his money first.
Yep.
That's right.
But Woods made it work though, because Woods is, I think now he's gotten more out of it, that he's able to make bank off that.
Oh, because he made that shit so profitable that it was stupid for the WWE not to go, what do you want for this?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Xavier Woods could be like, oh, I'm not allowed to have this. Well, I'm making good money on it, so I'm just gonna leave.
Right.
Because that's what happened with Mandy Rose. Like,
I was just about to say that. You think the WWE is not kicking themselves for not having Mandy Rose? Like they thought, oh, we fire you because you have that OF shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come running back. She's like, yo, I got fired and I made more money in one day on OF that I did in 2 years, and then
Yeah,
and then the other girl that used to be a UFC fighter,
Paige Van Zandt.
yeah, she said I made more money on OF that that I ever made fucking getting punched in the face.
Yep.
Yo, she
Like how do you?
said before she started OF that she was making more money modeling on Instagram
Yeah,
than she did fighting in the UFC.
Yeah, because they get
yeah.
the sponsors and all that, and they like nothing.
But it's not even that. Like it's like it's sad that we got athletes that can get more money basically doing other shit than their chosen profession.
Yeah,
Like, how do I make more money? Like don't even put OF in it, but how do I make more money? Like, I'm pretty sure Xavier Wood was making more money on the up down down shit than his WWE contract.
yeah. And he
Probably.
could have,
Negative.
made even like let's say he wasn't in WWE anymore. He would have probably made even more money because now sponsors would have rolled in. He would have probably been like had a deal with Xbox or PlayStation with whatever he's playing on. You know what I'm saying? Like there
Right.
would have been way more because I'm pretty sure all those companies were like, we would rather deal with you, Xavier, than the WWE.
Yep.
Of
Yep.
course.
I heard
You know
the
what I'm saying?
WWE took that shit though. It was like they take all the revenue for that show.
Well, dude, we got to remember, AJ Styles had a Twitch. He had to give that up. Paige had a Twitch. If she wanted to stay in WWE, she had to give that up. She
Yeah,
actually left WWE over that shit.
yeah. Zelina Vega had a Twitch,
I don't know
and
how she still has hers though.
well, she still
I
has.
wonder
I know
how-
Mia Kim.
Yeah.
I think they like shortly afterwards they were like, nah, you can get a Twitch again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because AW made strikes at that. Like that's why they Kip Sabian kept plugging his Twitch
Yeah.
just to like make a joke out of it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
because a lot of things that people don't understand is that WWE is a business and wrestling is a company. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
It's not. It's no longer a. It's no longer wrestling. That's why. I mean, now they're back to using wrestling terms and even saying wrestling. But McMahon would tell the commentators, "Don't even mention wrestling. It's sports entertainment."
yeah.
Yeah,
Which I that is the stupidest.
I never understood that.
Like I'm not a big Michael Cole guy, but he actually has a thing where he said, "Yo, I don't have somebody in my ear no more telling me what to say and what not to say. Like I have more freedom." I go, you know how much he go, you know how much better it is not to constantly have somebody in your ear talking about, oh no, you can't say that. You can't call it a wrestling move.
you know why? Because think about this, Coach. If I turn around and say, "Yo, we're in the wrestling business," I can't profit off of that. But if I coin the phrase "sports entertainment" and now I got the patent and the copyright for it, no one else can use it unless they pay me.
I
It
get
worked
it.
for them
That's like
during COVID.
that's like no, that's like Michael Buffer. You know that Michael Buffer, if anybody ever mentions his catchphrase, you have to
Let's
either
get
pay him.
rid of them.
Yep.
Yeah, you can. He can sue you for that. He copywrote that catchphrase.
I was about to say, wait, didn't he even make his own brother pay him for it?
Well,
Because
Because
his
now
brother,
there's a reason why his brother
his
says
brother goes,
let's
"It's time."
right
yeah,
because his own brother told him, "Nah, you can't use my catchphrase."
yeah.
Come on, bro. I'll pay you. Give me a discount.
Nah, man, you got to stand on that. That makes sense. Like shit.
Yeah.
Bro, put it like this: put it at one time, Michael Buffer was getting paid $1 million in WCW anytime he was on the program and would say, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Yeah. And he only did that for main events and certain things.
That's insane,
He
though.
made those NWO matches crazy.
Bro, but
Hollywood.
even if he was on, forget like pay-per-views, like they would bring him on Monday Night Raw.
Nitro, yeah.
Yeah, Nitro. I'm sorry.
No,
They
that's
would
all
bring
good.
him on night. They would bring him on Nitro to fucking say that shit. That's $1 million right there.
Jesus, bro. And then we wonder why the fucking company went under.
Bro, I would hire him to not say that. Yo, don't say those words. Just say Hulk Hogan. Say everything but Ready to Rumble.
Jesus.
He give you
But my man, look,
50,000.
his fee for just showing up and saying those words was $1 million.
Yep.
Like if they's like, yo, we want you on the show, even if he wasn't gonna say those words, it was still $1 million that they had to pay him.
Fuck, might as well say it, bro.
Well, like there's a reason why WCW went out of business. There was too many guaranteed contracts.
And most of the time the company didn't want them on television because it was the AOL bought Time Warner, and AOL was like, well, we don't really need y'all niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it did. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, because we before we start talking about wrestling, because Hutch, you could join us tomorrow.
Just to remind everyone, we do have a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, we do
tomorrow
have a
night.
wrestling podcast tomorrow, which
Yo, this is a sports podcast,
Word.
okay?
That's
Sports
not wrestling.
entertainment. All
Sports
right.
entertainment.
that's right. No, we do. But we'll get another 4 hours out of this, though. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Nah, I hear you. I mean, like, look,
What?
right now, until the playoff starts in NBA,
Yeah.
there's not really much things going on.
Yeah,
MLB, we're still with is spring training, so there's not a lot of stuff to talk there. I mean, the NFL draft is coming. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
No, that's true.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I've been down this slippery slope before, Hutch. Before we had actual times that we got off, we would literally be on for 8 hours. It would be 3:00 in the morning on a fucking Tuesday. Like, oh shit, we're gonna call it a night. I gotta work in
2
2
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
on that
feel you.
note,
I feel you.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate. I love the podcast we did from Show's house. I mean, we were on like for 5 hours. They didn't even realize we was on for that long.
Word. Which we
well, it
gotta.
also took us forever to start. So I think that's why we're
Well,
just like, fuck it, let's keep going.
Yeah, but
That
it was
was
also
cool.
I'm counting. I'm counting to after we started. It was like
Yeah.
5 hours.
No facts. Yeah, that was a nice episode though.
Yeah.
We
That
gotta
was
find a studio.
that was a great episode.
Facts. Facts.
We're gonna find a studio. We gotta go somewhere someday.
Yeah,
Facts.
for real.
Definitely do.
But
You know
on
what I'm
that
saying? But
note,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
peace. Good night. Take care of each other. Bullshit.